Let's go.
Hello, welcome to today's show where I'm joined by the wonderful Lewis Snookes. Welcome. Thank you for coming on. So, a couple of tech issues. My PC has decided it's updating and it has been doing for nearly the last hour. So I'm having to use the iPad, and once it's done, I'll switch over because this is so uncomfortable. Nicole is going to be on, but she's just got a nip somewhere before she gets home from work. So yeah, everything's going to be as planned. It's just a little bit hiccupy at the minute. So thank you, Lewis. Really appreciate you coming on. So for those who don't know anything about you, can you just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So, what I do at the moment is I'm currently writing a series of books called Refractive Assimilation. Part one is out at the moment, which deals with the system, the government, that sort of thing, and pointing the finger,
Yeah,
pointing the blame. So, and then part two is about pointing the finger to ourselves and going, what's wrong with us? What have we done? Why do we allow this? And part three is combining the two and performing that alchemical marriage in which we can garner knowledge and understanding from both modalities. I also do film analysis, which I post on YouTube. And for anyone that's on Expanding Realities, Brandon Thomas, he comes on the show sometimes. I think most of them are on there. So if you want exclusive, go there. But if not, I do have some on my YouTube.
yeah, cool. So what's your YouTube channel called?
I think it's just Lewis Snookes or Lewis.Snookes.
Right. What I'll do once I get on the computer, I'll get it up and I'll share it in the links. So
No worries, thank you, mate.
yes. So what got you into this? Because that seems pretty deep. To be honest with you, I don't actually completely understand what you've just told me. I get it. I get what you're saying, but the understanding of it is just right over.
So what was the question again?
But what got you into it? Why go down this rabbit hole or this path?
So I think when I was younger, I always hated authority, and I was always questioning why. I was questioning my parents, teachers, and I just didn't like being told what to do without knowing the reason
Yeah,
why. And I think I've always been inquisitive and like to know why something. And so that naturally led
yeah,
me to conspiracy theories and figuring that side out, that perhaps the government and the system isn't designed in our best interest. That then led me on to spirituality and esotericism, occultism, and really thinking deep about life and questioning reality, questioning the nature of the universe and stuff like that.
yeah. Ah, so with the conspiracy theories, do you think that they're becoming more, I suppose, more real? Because obviously, conspiracy theories was created by the CIA or the FBI or whoever it was.
No, so
Everyone,
I think the
if
term was popularized by the FBI in the letter
yeah,
that they sent to the news. Basically, they sent a newsletter in which they said if they could question the official story, then you ought to label them as conspiracy theorists, as to dissuade them from going against the narrative.
right, got you. Yeah, I knew it was something like that, but I couldn't remember the full details. But they just, at the moment, there just seems to be more and more of these conspiracy theories coming true. So
hmm
obviously, they're not theories anymore; they're conspiracy facts.
I think it depends what you bunch in as a conspiracy theory. Like there are some things that one
Yeah,
person would call a conspiracy theory that another would just call factual documentation, documented evidence. And I think it depends where you lay your hat in that argument. Some people are going to
yeah,
be more right than others. Some theories are obviously more provable, I suppose we could say. You can find
yeah,
documentation. Let's say the Diddy stuff, like that's factual. You can provide documentation, but when
yeah,
we're talking about, um, I don't know, stuff to do with reality and like fractals, maybe stuff like that, like smaller stuff on that sort of level. It's a bit more difficult. So,
yeah, it's having that hard evidence, isn't it?
mhm.
So, we're talking about conspiracy theories. So it's a double question. So, what's the strangest conspiracy theory you've ever heard or researched that has, for you, come out to be actual reality?
I don't think I've come across a conspiracy in which there wasn't already enough evidence for me to believe in it. Does that make
Got ya.
sense?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the research and everything was already there. It was just
Yes.
like finding it
Yeah.
and putting it all together.
Hmm.
I'll go the other way. What's the most ridiculous one you've ever heard that you think will never be
The
proven?
most ridiculous one.
Yeah, or anyone that's
Um,
just like proper out there that you like, someone smoking crack.
I can't think of one, to be honest with you. I can't think of one that I've heard that's so ridiculous that I've went, nah, that's rubbish.
Uh, no,
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 I don't
because
think so.
there's quite a lot. Because they're always popping up like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and it's like when it's like the odd one here and there of a specific. I have no idea what's going on with this now. Everything's just changing. I've not even pressed anything. Um, so you see him pop up, and it's like, oh, I'll look for that later. And then you go and have a look, and you search it, and it's like nowhere to be found. I know it's a lot of time the users either deleted it or it's been taken off. But then you start thinking, well, then was it a conspiracy theory and they've caught onto it, and that's why it's been removed? It has you overthinking about why it was on in the first place and why now you can't find it on any platform.
You find a lot of that stuff because I had a playlist that I made years ago, and I downloaded
Yeah,
up all the videos into this playlist, and it was stuff to do with the exploitation of children. We'll say I won't go any further into that.
right, okay.
But the amount that 80% must have been deleted, at least 80%. That
Wow.
we're talking about, Satanism and children
Yeah.
and that sort of
Like
things.
the
So
old,
yeah,
yeah.
there's definitely something to it, and whether it's the AI that picks up certain words and censors it, or whatever excuse they come up with, I think there's truth to a lot of them. That's why they
Yeah.
become so well established, I think.
Have you ever been have you ever been warned, whether it's through the PC, for an email, text, phone call, about any of the stuff that you're doing, to say, look, you need to knock it on the head with this. Don't go any further with what you're researching. You need to like stop and think about doing something else.
I think you have to have a big enough platform to become a threat. I think there are lots of YouTube channels that post this stuff and don't get that sort of thing. But I can imagine when you start getting some sway and some push and some influence, that people do respond, receive those types of messages.
Yeah. Right. Got a couple of questions for you. I need to do them now because I
Hmm.
can't mark them up. I'm not doing the first one just yet, but this is both from Darren, baby with a laser. So he's saying, is there a conspiracy theory you feel is beyond doubt?
Um, I think definitely the children side of it. I think there's
Yeah.
so much evidence and so many YouTube interviews that I've listened to, so much documented evidence to say that it does go on, and that it's unequivocally goes on. There are
Yeah.
rumors
There's
in
too
Hollywood.
much. Yeah.
There's been too much evidence, I believe. Yeah,
And a lot of
that's
people have
one.
been closed down, shall we say, for speaking too much about it as well.
Hmm.
Right.
I mean,
Next
you have to look at
question.
the Jimmy Savile scandal, don't you?
Well, yeah.
That was a
And
conspiracy at
look
one
how,
time.
yeah, it was literally just brush it under the rug, forget about it. No
Mm.
one will, no one will question it. Then 20, 30, 40 years later, yeah, it went all belly up for him, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to choose my words so I don't get banned.
I feel
Right.
you, don't worry.
These next two might get me banned, but I'm gonna go for it. Darren has an amazing way with words. So Darren's a fellow Manc. So next question. Is Michelle Obama a bloke? Thoughts? Question mark, question mark. Did
Yeah,
you think it's
absolutely.
Michael, his best mate from college and uni?
Yeah, absolutely. The if you saw the comparison pictures, definitely the same
Yeah.
person.
And
And I think he does
and
a
have you
dance
seen
as well,
I
where
was just gonna
he's
say
gentleman
there's a certain
sausages.
dance, yeah,
Hmm.
and unless put she's put things in there, you're not getting away with that. Not at all.
And
So
like Joan Rivers talked about it, and then she was
oh yeah,
assassinated.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
she died.
yep,
She was
yeah,
assassinated shortly after.
yep. Yeah, there's
Hmm.
quite a few. So right, Nicole's here now, and I'm just gonna restart the PC. So when Nicole comes on, I'll jump on that so there's no gaps. Another question, which is from Darren. He's full of them tonight, which doesn't help because I'm doing this paranormal pizza thing, but he's doing Pizzagate, true or false. This is nothing to do with the thing that I'm doing on the first Friday of the month, by the way. Mine is
I
genuine
bloody hope
pizza
not.
and pizza and paranormal. Yeah,
I think there's a lot. I think about 80 to 90% of it is true, and then
yeah,
20% of it has been infiltrated by, certain organizations to spread a lot of rumors to make people seem crazy. Because when you add,
yeah,
oh sorry, when you add one drop of doubt into the conversation, it makes you doubt everything.
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's a
Because
lot of truth to it, absolutely.
I've seen well-known celebs on TV. Like I don't know if someone was filming it, but at these after show parties, and they're jumping about, going, "Yeah, well, I'll go to the pizza party after the show."
Hmm.
And these are like all Hollywood's A-list actors and musicians and what have you. And it's like you wouldn't even think that they'd be in that circle, but and then, like you said, are they saying it to make you think, oh, well, it can't be true because these specific, I'm not going to say yeah, these specific people are talking about it. Maybe it is just a party.
Yeah, it's the idea of revelation of the method, isn't it? Where they tell you what they're doing, but they do it in a jokey manner to make it seem
Yeah,
sarcastic. Like I think Sandra Bullock was joking, saying, "Ah, you know, we use baby blood and this stuff to look healthy on the skin." And every time that they talk about it, without fail, they don't talk about it seriously. They put it on a jokey voice. They use sarcasm. Their body language
yeah,
changes, and it's too obvious. There are too many times that a celebrity has followed the pattern
yeah,
for it to be coincidence.
yeah. But it's one of my favourite sayings. It's where it's hidden in plain sight. They're telling you.
Hmm.
So there's what I believe is there's some sort of clause where they have to tell you, but they can't tell you directly. So if they tell you indirectly, they're not classed as lying or they're not hiding the truth. So they're telling you, and even though if they're doing it in a jokey manner, they're still telling you. It's down to you how you take that, whether you accept that as sarcasm or shit, this stuff really happens. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's down to interpretation at the end of the day, isn't it? Do you remember
Yeah.
that Dubai chocolate conspiracy theory? Have you heard that one?
No, I don't
No.
remember it.
So do you, in the UK at least, Dubai chocolate suddenly come out of nowhere? It's in all the corner shops. It's in Asda supermarkets from nowhere suddenly. And the conspiracy theory
Right.
was that a lot of these rich princes and billionaires and stuff were, I've just used the word defecating, on certain ladies and gentlemen. And to cover that up, because the slogan was Dubai chocolate, to cover it up, they brought out this chocolate. It's not one I believe
No,
personally, but
no, I've never heard that one before.
it's a bit of a mad one.
But it's like there's another one, and I've listened to a podcast about it, about mattresses. Got all these
The
mattress
Jewish
shops, all
mattresses.
over. No, any mattresses. This podcast, it was done in America, and it's like Starbucks or Costa. There's one on every corner, and someone worked out how many mattresses they would have to sell and at what price to cover the rent, the wages, utility bills, all the expenditures before the mattress is sold. And it's something ridiculous, like I think it's like £10,000 a month. How many people have you seen buying mattresses?
Oh, are you saying it's like money laundering?
Yeah, well, that is a idea, but nothing. They're not 100% as to what it was, but it's just like it just seems that there's all these mattresses and mattress sales, and it sounds absolutely ridiculous. But the amount of mattresses that they would have to sell is something like, I think it's like 100 mattresses a week per shop just to break even. It's something ridiculous like that.
No, I've not heard of that myself.
No, I've not heard of it till listening to his podcast, but if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. So it
It's
could
the
be
same
money
idea as
laundering.
it's the same idea as
Right.
graves, isn't it? Like, when do you ever see a graveyard pop up where are all the bodies being dug? Being exhumed,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, because you don't see like new cemeteries being built, do you?
No.
Mm,
And the idea is that, you know, that they're doing stuff with the parts.
that won't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Not one bit. So, sorry, it's Nicole having issues with the internet. So, my computer's restarting, so I'll jump on as soon as I can. Yeah, it's just there's loads of weird ones like that. I know they're not paranormal, but they're just it's conspiracies. So, Nicole, can you hear us? That'll be a no. So what else gets you like, oh, what's the word? Hyped up, gets you not vented, but gets you in the zone that makes you want to learn more.
That gets me in the zone.
Yeah.
I think questioning certain aspects of reality that we take as a given.
Yeah. So can you specify on that? Give us an example of just one thing.
So a very simple one is the fact that everything is paradox. Because
Yes.
we say this mic is physical, but it's not. It's just little atoms that are and the space between, but it is physical at the same time. That's
Yep.
one very simple example. And then you can take paradox and find it in all elements, in all stages of life.
Yeah. But do you find as well the paranormal is very paradox? It's constantly contradicting itself, but it's one of the only subjects that actually makes sense for it to have a contradiction throughout. Like you shouldn't be able to see something, but you can. It shouldn't be able to do this, and it does. And people have witnessed it doing it, or they made it happen. And it's just none of it should be part of reality. But people have seen it with their own eyes and filmed it and got photos and
But
all that.
by whose conception should it not be part of reality, though?
Well, I suppose from what we've been told, and what society tells us, shall we say?
That's the point, yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to jump off the iPad and jump on the PC. I'll just be 1 second. Make sure I don't end it.
How are we doing, Nicole? You okay?
Yeah, now I can hear you guys.
Good,
That was
good.
fun trying to get on here. Lots of internet issues, computer updating today.
Yeah, he's had that as well. Speak of the devil.
Ah, he's back. Maybe. Spinning. You're
You hear
back.
me?
Mhm.
Yes. Well, I've only got one. Oh, that's better. I only had one earpiece working.
Lots of technical
sorry.
issues today.
I know. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know. Told you it's just one of those days. Oh, you're going like slow-mo.
Oh. Yeah, the computer decided to open a load of pages that I couldn't do anything about. Right, I've done it now. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so it's just, like you said, it is a massive paradox. And I was saying, like, what we're led to believe should not happen. But then it's like paranormal isn't really paranormal. Paranormal's normal because it's always been there. It's always been part of what goes on. I think it's just more prominent now because there's more people around to witness what's actually happening. Obviously, the population of the planet's growing, so there's more people in areas that there wouldn't normally be any civilizations.
Well, and we have the devices to document it obviously a lot better. Most people will only believe what they see with their eyes. And so obviously video recordings help a lot of people to believe, as opposed to when they didn't have that stuff and you would say, I saw an alien or whatever. You know, it's a lot more difficult to believe with no factual evidence.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, it's just.
But what do you define as paranormal?
Oh, well, it's like the ghosts, the UFOs, shadow people, all that kind of stuff. It's like not so much Bigfoot, but like glitches in reality. But then
stuff beyond our current comprehension, basically.
Yeah, are things that we've not been told about, or we've not had it explained to us by
You
the
don't think
authorities.
Bigfoot's paranormal?
Not sure. I don't think it's paranormal. I think it might be supernatural. But
So
I don't
what's the
think
difference in your head? Supernatural versus paranormal.
So supernatural is beyond human abilities. They can do things that the average human isn't able to do. But then there are humans that have supernatural abilities, like the Iceman, that guy that could sit in that bucket of ice to drop to like -40 or whatever it was, and technically should have died. Just that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. It's just things like that, things that shouldn't be possible but are. I think they're supernatural, and supernatural actually just means beyond natural. So you've got your average person, anything above that, it's classed as supernatural. That's how I see it anyway. So it's more like that. They just have abilities that either they've evolved or they've just learned. I know evolve and learning to do something are not quite the same thing, but they've learned to do it as time's gone by due to their environment. So I think it's more that than anything else. Whereas what we consider to be paranormal are different realms that mix into each other. Like you got anomalies, portals, all that kind of stuff. It's things that we don't really have a true understanding of, so we class it as paranormal.
Was it Wim Hof you were referencing?
I don't know.
The Iceman.
Very possibly. Yeah, is he Norwegian? Danish or something? He's Scandinavian,
Yes.
isn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he was just. There was used to watch a TV show, and it was each week was a different. It was all to do with people, and each person had different ability. And it's like they had ECG sensors on him, checking his pulse, blood pressure monitors on him, all that kind of stuff. And they said like his heart rate had dropped right down, blood pressure had dropped, but his breathing had slowed down. But then when they did the test to see how healthy he was just above normal, and it didn't make sense as to why he could do that and still have a healthy body. And there's another guy who he's magnetic man, obviously, and they put spoons on him and just different bits of plate, like metal plates and all that, and they just stick to him. You know, like when you get a spoon and you blow it and you rub it, and you can stick it on your nose, your cheek, your head, or whatever. Obviously, it's using the moisture to stick, but this was just all different bits of metal.
Weird.
Very weird. And then there's
There's
the
a
other
lot
guy.
of those people with like the weird abilities that they can't
Yeah.
really explain right now.
Yeah, I know there's a lad. I think he was Korean, and he was born. His eyes. You notice his eyes were different, and when he was doing tests on it, he was born with like natural night vision. He could see in daylight, but obviously when it was too bright, he had to wear sunglasses and that. But in the night, they could put him in a pitch black room, like without showing him where the exit and entrance was and all that, and put obstacles around, and he'd get out with not a problem, not touching anything, just straight to the door, straight back out. Or they'd put an object in there and say, "Can you go and find such a thing?" You go grab it and come out, and go, there it is. So, yeah, there's quite a bit that things like that. A lot of it is in the Guinness Book of Records as well.
Yeah, and they did like a whole series on it too.
Yeah, I remember there's a documentary. I think it used to be on we've got called Channel 4, and they'd have like each week was be a different person. So I'm just catching up on the comments as well.
I've only just found the comments section.
All right.
I didn't know I could
All
access that.
Yeah, sorry.
Shelley's saying,
yeah, I was just reading that.
yeah, I've never seen like electricity or whatever surrounding a person on a live stream. There's like a static energy around you, apparently, Lewis.
Is it the hair gel? I don't know.
It could be. I don't know.
Interesting.
Just give me 1 minute, because I've got static in my headphones now. I'll just be 2 seconds. Oh. Sorry about this.
Would it be my aura, Shelley? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Some weird stuff. She said she's never seen anything before like this. Interesting.
Mm.
I don't know if it's maybe she's picking up like on your aura or something like that.
I don't know. You're very dark though, Lewis.
Yeah.
You like
That's what I
turning-
was when I didn't have any
The
sound. I was trying to
screen's
read
as
it.
bright. The screen's
Like,
as
I
bright as it'll go.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
I was
all right.
straining
We
my
know.
eyes just looking at the screen.
All right. It's all right. We know you're there, so
Yeah, he's very
it'll be
like
fine.
mysterious.
Strange waves.
Yes. The Shadow Man. There we go. Louis Shadow Man Snookes.
Yes.
I'm
So
pale as anything, which is the irony.
So jumping into like paranormal, have you had any paranormal encounters?
No, unfortunately, I've not been gifted with that side of reality.
No,
No,
not even like the odd sound or like something just in the corner of your eye. And
maybe I had stuff wasn't when I was a kid, but I couldn't recall whether it was like any details to whether it was
yeah,
based in reality or whether me and my cousin were minds playing tricks on each other or whatever. Yeah. Nothing interesting enough to discuss on here, I'm afraid.
no, it's
I mean,
all right.
would you go out looking for it? Would you go on like a ghost hunt or Bigfoot hunting? Like,
I don't think that's my sort of thing. I don't think I understand or pretend to understand that side of reality.
makes sense.
Yeah,
I think if I was a bit more in tune with that kind of, the more spiritual side, is in like seeing auras. A lot of people can see auras and that sort of side. Maybe I would, but no, unfortunately.
no,
Mm-hmm.
it's all right. Because it's like I just get glimpses of stuff here and there, and I say it's never long enough. Some things are longer than others, but it's normally just a couple of seconds, or within 10 seconds, and then it's done. And it's like, oh, is that it? That's all I'm getting. But it's like when we go out investigating, if I'm with some other people rather than just on my own, and they'll be like, oh, I can see this or I can hear that, and I'm like, nothing, absolutely nothing. I can just see what's in front of us, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, now and again, I get that little glimpse of something different, and then when you try and home in on it, before you know it, it's gone.
It's because our brains, well, I think our eyes, sorry, we can only see about 0.00003% of the light spectrum. So we're basically blind. And I think our brains tune it to that so that we can, we can live in this physical reality. Because if we saw everything, I don't think we'll be able to function. Like if you've ever done psychedelics or you're aware of what people see, you couldn't live life like that because you have the body high, you see different things, everything moves. So you have to have it narrowed into a limited frequency in order to survive. And I think some people naturally, or maybe their work on it, have this frequency opened a bit, and they can see the things that the average person can't.
Yeah,
and they can tap into it.
So I have seen people's auras. I remember there's one place where I used to work, and I'd walked into I was about 19. It was a crap job, but anyway, I won't tell you what I was doing. It's awful. And is one of the supervisors. She was just stood there, and she had like on the Ready Breck advert, they've got the red glow around them, and it's like really bright. But this was like an icy blue one, and it's all the way around, like head, toe, like a full body aura. I've seen others, but not as strong. That was the strongest one that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a weird thing. So someone else went to switch something on or off on the wall, and as they did it, they got a massive electric shock. So whether it is from this person who had the aura around them, or there's some, I don't know, electricity escaping and going around their body. There could have been a connection between the two. And I was like, well, that's weird. And I just moved right out of the way because I thought, I don't want to get electrocuted.
Yeah, you can get stuff get loose, can't you? Like, I'm trying to think of the episode on The Office when there's like radio things and it pops the popcorn. You can get stuff like that, can't you?
Oh, yeah, like microwaves. Yeah.
Yeah, like hotspots. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Someone in chat. I have messed up arm hand.
Well, somebody broke their arm. Someone in the chat. There's 7 of you to disclose this information.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've not. I've got a bad
What?
leg.
I got nothing.
No. I pulled a muscle.
Maybe
in my
it's a
leg.
premonition. Maybe somebody is going to break their arm.
Oh, great.
Touch wood.
Yeah, I don't fancy doing. I've just got 10 days holiday from work. Definitely not going A&E this week. But no, it's just. Sorry, one sec. Computer screen's gone all funny. What is going on?
My internet keeps dropping out. Like you guys keep freezing. It's so day for technology, man.
I don't know what is going on. Right, there we go. Hoping that that's it and it's all sorted now.
Is the light any better?
Oh yeah, you're a little brighter now. We can see you.
Yes,
That's fine.
You're out of the shadows.
I put a little lamp.
cool.
Maybe Shelley can see the stuff more clearly.
Yes. Oh yeah. So, so you were saying you used to do like you and your cousin. Was there some sort of telepathy between you?
No. So we were just in the room trying to sleep, and we just noticed just, weird things. Like we just felt we weren't alone. Just that sort of thing on holiday.
Yeah.
And you go in a weird house. It was just a really strange feeling. It was old. Yeah. It was just weird. I think there's a lot of that stuff that you can't really explain, but you feel intuitively that there's something there before you even, couldn't find anything.
So do you saying about you don't not have any paranormal stuff go on, but do you find like when you go into a building or you meet someone that you can tell whether it's positive or negative frequency coming from them?
I feel like I can read people a lot better than I can read, let's say, buildings and energies that way. My missus, my girlfriend, she can see like auras and stuff off doors. So she can go into a building and she can look at a door and she's like,
Yeah.
I don't like what goes on beyond there and stuff like that. But me, I think I can read people a little. Yeah, but I don't see anything like that.
Yeah, no, I get that. Both of them, because it's like I can go into a building, whether it's someone's house, a party, or just visiting, or just going into a shop, or whatever it is, like with the jobs that I've done. And sometimes, as soon as you go, and it's like, I need to be in and out of here. Don't want to stay here too long. It's just giving off a really bad vibe, and there's nothing there. There's no reason as to why I should be feeling like that. It's not like there's body parts on the floor or blood splattered up the wall. Do you know what I mean? It's just a room or a house or an office or whatever, but it's just got that horrible, like, oppressive feel to it that you just don't want to be there, and you can't go. And it's not like the reason I don't want to be here is because blah blah blah. It's like I don't know. I know I need to get out.
Yeah, you feel that dense energy, don't you? In some places more than others. Even if I think it's especially potent if you don't go there with the intention that you expect it. I think when you go somewhere and then it comes up as a mystery all of a sudden and you don't expect it, that's when it's a little more real. Whereas you go to somewhere and you go, we're going to check this place out, it's going to be haunted, and that you build that up in your head psychologically and that sort of thing.
Oh. Yeah. See, like you said about reading people as well. It's like when I don't know, because it's like sometimes it's even with people that I know, and I start talking to them, and I just feel like sometimes they've got bad energy. So whether they're going through some...
There's different levels of bad, though, isn't there? You have the depression, and then you have evil, don't you? And I think you can distinguish between those energies and those frequencies.
Yeah. I don't think I've met anyone that I would consider evil. Well, I know I have, but the energy that they were giving off didn't come across as that. Mm-hmm. But like I was saying, like people that I know and that I get on with, sometimes like if I see him on the street and I'm chatting to him, I just think, no, it's your energy's not right today. It's not for me. So you try and cut the conversation quick. It's just weird. But then they'll be like if you go to conventions and what have you, you're meeting new people. There are certain people that I'm not going to anyone specific. It's nothing against them. But they're just giving off the wrong type of energy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just,
there's
it just
definitely
doesn't
people
feel
like
right.
That, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just going to see where Nicole's gone.
It's okay. I'll read the chat. Is he?
Is
he on the other side of the wall behind you, Lewis? He's nervous, counting man. Something. So, were you saying there's a spirit behind me that's nervous and that's counting? Is that what you're saying, Shelley? Am I understanding that right?
I think so. That's what I get from it. But she's also said...
is it towards the skulls as well? Is it towards that direction?
Oh, she said he's on the other side of the wall. So I think he's behind the wall, whatever room that is behind there.
So I can't point my finger that way.
I know, yeah. The one behind you, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's asked as well, is there anything interesting about the picture that you've got up on the wall above your head? That any relevance to anything?
I think it was when they found Harold in the Battle of Hastings, I think.
Oh.
It's more visual than deep meaning for me.
Right, got ya.
The deep ones are up there behind me.
Yeah. Then no one can see them.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Right. So I'm just going through because I couldn't do anything on the iPad, so I'm just making sure I've not missed anything. Right. No, I think I've caught up with it all. So, why did you start writing the book? What got you into that?
I think it's because I'm not very good at verbally speaking a lot of my ideas and the thoughts that I have about reality, and I wanted to take my time and slow them down and formulate them. So what I did was, The Wizard of Oz. That was my first film presentation, and what I did first was I wrote a little essay, and then I enjoyed that, and then I made pictures and made it into presentation, and then I thought, why don't I write about stuff that I'm into and share that with the world? And that's what I've done. And I feel like you have an obligation as well, that when I feel that I see the truth, I have to give that to people. And I have to expose certain things that go on. I feel I have an obligation to help people in ways that they may not be open to, ways that they may not understand. And that's the point of the series as well.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Because it's not all... So the first bit's not all conspiracy theory. It's, I talk about the school system. I talk about work and education, Stockholm Syndrome, And then the second part is, addressing our inner demons and things of that nature.
Yeah, thank you. Got
Got a
another question for you. Yes. Do you want to do it?
Sure. So, Baby with a Laser said, I asked Lewis about his thoughts on David Icke.
David
Icke.
Icke, the reptilian.
I love David Icke. Most of his stuff, I've not listened to him for a while because I got away from the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I don't really do that anymore. That was a couple of years ago. But yeah, I like what the man's got to say. I like that he's got a lot of documentation. I like that, he wrote a 900-page book on 9/11 with all this factual information. And, I love that his story, the fact that he came from being a TV presenter and he did, not TV presenter, sorry, I think it was a goalkeeper. And then he went on, I can't remember the guy's name, really famous presenter, and he got mocked.
Terry, I was just going to say that. He went on with Terry Wogan. Terry Wogan interviewed him.
That's the one. Yeah.
And David, so they asked him about his thoughts, and he was saying about reptilians and the second coming of Christ and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Wogan's laughing at him, and so everyone in the audience is laughing because it's a Terry Wogan show or whatever it was called. And all this stuff that David Icke's been saying and all these books that are bestsellers, and every time he does a talk, they sell out within minutes, every single one. So I just love to see these people that were laughing at him then, if they're still about, are they still laughing at him now? You know what I mean? So it's very, I've downloaded a couple of books by him. I can't remember without looking. I've not listened to him yet. But the interviews that I've seen with him now and when he's talking, and he'd been doing a few Facebook Lives and what have you. And it's just everything that he's coming out with. It makes more sense now. But he's like, I was saying this 20, 35 years ago, and no one believed me. So,
yeah, his whole point was, how would I know? It's like, I'm not psychic. How do I know this stuff? And he says you have to follow the breadcrumbs, you have to follow the history and the trail, and that's when it makes sense. But most people are not interested in that. Most people aren't interested in doing the work that is necessary to understand, and not only like understand the system, but understand themselves as a part of that system. Understand the influence they have over their own lives and the lives of others, and just understand in general, because it's hard and it's difficult to understand. It takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of work, and it's not always positive. It's not always love and light. And people don't want to do the graft.
Yeah. But like you're saying, it's like when people start digging into it, then they then have to start questioning their own reality and their own beliefs.
That's where doubt and denial comes in.
Yeah. But that's like when it's like they even have to change their whole belief system to what it's like relearning everything. It's pretty much what it is.
That's the difficult bit, especially when you've been so narrow-minded. It's either expand into knowing that everything that you know is a lie, or cognitive dissonance, where there's always an excuse, always a reason as to why this thing that I don't like is untrue.
Yeah. But because it's like when I stopped believing, I suppose, the narrative of what society is putting out and telling you have to do this, you have to do that, like you saying about authority and everything before. That, as we all know, that's just to keep people in place. It's to stop anyone going rogue, so to speak. But once you get past that, it's like, right, just forget all the crap that I learned, that I've been told, start learning new stuff, and rather than starting from the beginning, just replace the crap with the stuff that I'm not even going to use the word believe, is true. You don't know, like you said, you don't know how you know, you just know that that's real and that what you've been told isn't. And then I just found that doing it that way, it was easier, or presuming it was easier, but it made a lot more sense as well. It's
I
like
feel like
everything.
you can go with certain fundamentals when you start getting into this stuff.
Yes.
But so if you keep the fundamentals, it doesn't mean that what you're exploring, even if you're exploring it deeply, that you believe it. You don't have to place your hat on belief. You don't have to be forced into that.
No. But as well, it's like, it just, once you open yourself up, see, the only difficult bit was that it's like you want to believe that everything's real, because it'd just be amazing that all these different theories, and not just conspiracy theories, but theories of the paranormal and that, you just love that it was all real and replace what's really going on. What we believe is going on, sorry. But then you start going down the path, well, not all of it is real. We need to filter out what's true and what's not on this side as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of it probably is, even if it's true, it's a form of escapism. It's another form of entertainment in which you can escape from the undeniable reality that our system is corrupt and is meant to use us and drain us as batteries. When you come into contact with that idea and ideas that are of the same veracity, you can go into the paranormal, into aliens, into conspiracy theories, but it's just another thing that is siphoning off your energy to the system, because you're not changing the system. The way that you change the system is by waking up, changing yourself.
Yeah,
and
changing your frequency.
Exactly, and doing what you think is right for you in your life.
Yeah, because it's like, I very rarely listen to the news, but when I do, when it comes on like on the radio, TV, and it's just there in the background, you pick up on certain stuff. Before, with all the scaremongering that's going on now, prior to doing this, I'd be like, having mini panic attacks and what have you, you're thinking about what's going to happen and is the world going to end and this, that, and the other. And now it's just like, yeah, right, whatever. It's just, you've been saying this for God knows how long, and nothing's changed other than the people that are reporting it. It's the same groups of people that are causing whatever, but nothing's changed in God knows how many years. And it's just once you realize what is actually going on, it's like, and I don't normally do politics or anything like that, but with all the different government groups, obviously in the UK you got Conservatives, Labour, and whatever else. It's just different groups, different people, but still doing the same thing. They're not changing. Mm-hmm. They say they're going to change it, but they might change a couple of little things that will have next to no impact on our everyday life, unless it suits them and makes our life worse.
The system's a closed loop system that feeds itself, that makes itself worse, that perpetuates its own existence. That's what it's there for, is to continue the flow of itself.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what anyone does. It's not going to change it. I suppose it's like trying to change the timeline, isn't it? No matter how much you try and alter it, more than likely you're just going to make it worse, rather than just leave it and let it do what it's there to do.
Or to throw it out completely and come up with something new and better.
Yeah, but do you think that's going to happen?
It's certainly a possibility if enough people desire that. Whether it can happen, purely speculation. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are wising up, and a lot of people are fed up with the system and the government and all that sort of stuff. But I think if they're clever enough, if the system, the powers that be are clever enough, they'll build another Colosseum. Like, obviously I'm using it as a metaphor.
Yeah.
Another Colosseum to keep us distracted.
Well, that's it. It's like there was
I mean,
some.
the Colosseum's a TV screen, isn't it? You've got the borders, you've got the edges. Those are the crowds, and then you've got what's happening in the middle.
Yeah, there's something I've
show.
seen on Facebook today and this morning when I got up, and it was like, if you give them bread and a circus, you'll keep them entertained and under control.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. And they're showing you it's actually one of the Colosseum on one of a football ground. Don't know which one. It doesn't matter. But it's the same thing. You're paying to go and watch people prat about for 90 minutes or whatever. And they're on ridiculous amount of money. While
It's
you're
another
sat there
form of
watching.
identity as well, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. While you're enjoying it, shall we say.
Yeah, well, people feel they need a place to belong. I mean, if you look at, anthropology and evolution and that sort of stuff, we evolved in groups and tribes, and people get into the paranormal and into conspiracy theories and all these groups because they feel they belong, and that's where they can take advantage of that by you having the football teams and you've got all these discussions, who's best players. It's a big thing.
Yeah. So do you feel you're part of a group?
I suppose, but I don't want to be.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I suppose
like,
technically you could. We're all part of a group in some way, depending on your definition, isn't it? Like, I'm a male, I'm white, I'm ginger, I live in England. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all characterizable, I suppose is the word.
Like stereotypical type of thing. It's like you put into these groups whether you want to be or not, regardless. But then
by others, though, it's whether you want to choose to remain in that.
Yeah, but it's like people in the chat, they're part of Alienate UK group, which really do appreciate. But then it's going to sound, and this is where it contradicts itself yet again. I don't feel part of this group, but at the same time I do. But then I don't feel the need that I have to be part of a group. I think I feel more myself when I'm not put into these groups. I can, to say it was doing, like some companies do, where they go away and they do all the bonding and they do all the tasks and that to improve morale and all that kind of stuff. Done a couple of things like that, previous jobs, and it's been all right for the first couple of hours, but it's like, man, I'm done now. I just want to go and sit in a room on my own, or I want to go home. I've done my bit. I don't need to be here any longer. And that's how it feels. But I'm not disrespecting anyone by doing that. That's just me. That's how I feel inside. I'm not being shitty to anyone. It's not that I don't like anyone. I don't want to be with them. I just want to be in my own company. Do you get that? It's
100%. Yeah.
So it's like
there are certain aspects of life that we are more into.
Yeah, and it's like I joined the gym the other week, last week. Do need to start going. It's only a few days ago, so it doesn't matter. But it's like I'm thinking I need to get someone to come with me, but I don't. I just want to go do my thing and leave. I don't want to go there and start making friends with people. I can't be asked with that. I want to go do what I need to do to make me feel how I want to feel, and then jump in the car and come back home. That's it. That's all I want to do. I don't want to get involved with all the politics of it all and, well, you need to do these weights, so you need to do that machine. No, I want to do what I want to do, and then I'm going. That's it. Done. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, we come back to the idea of purpose there. Throughout our lives and our days, we each have a mini purpose, don't we? We wake up, okay, we got to put clothes on, that's one purpose. We have to eat, that's another purpose. We have to fetch the shopping or whatever, another mini purpose, and obviously we have priorities, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. But it's like I've never liked routine from being as far back as I can remember. Like getting up and going to infant school, be watching TV, have my breakfast, and I'd walk to school. It's only like 5-10 minute walk away, and it's like I don't want to be doing this every day. So it's like even now going to work, I only work like 12 minutes away from where I live. It's like 8.5 miles, if that. And I used to leave at exactly the same time every day. I'd get up at the same time every day. And it was just so mundane. And it annoyed me. But I can't, it's not I can't say why. It's just the routine of it was just so tedious. Yeah. It was doing me head in. So it's like now, each day of the week, I have my alarm set for a different time. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, but as long as it's not within a certain time frame, obviously, or what have a job. And then I leave work within a 10-minute gap of. So say I start work at 7:15, so I can leave work anything between. I can get in early if I want, but I really don't want. So I'll leave anything between 10 to 7 and 7:05, and it's only the last couple of months I've been doing it, but I just make sure that I leave at a different time each day because I don't want to have that repetitive routine of doing the same thing every single day.
I don't want to psychoanalyze you, but that's an explanation as to why you got into the paranormal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's the very antithesis of normal. It's the antithesis of regular. It's irregular. And so it's not a pattern.
Yeah.
And so it seems that you're seeking something in life where there isn't conclusive, this is to be done, this is to be done, this is how it's done, this is when it's done. All the information isn't there. And in your life, it seems that you despised stuff that was like preordained, that everything had already been worked. Like you walk towards school at this time. It's all the time.
Yeah.
When you go to work, it's at this time.
But then it's like speaking to people on normal, like not as deep like this and not paranormal stuff. Not everyone, but a lot of it's the same conversations. And it's like, I'll listen. I'm not going to go, this is fucking boring, I'm off, sorry, I can't cope with this. Sometimes I feel like saying that and doing it. I don't. But it's just, there's something about it that it's not me. It's not me and it's not for me.
For me, I feel like as people who understand that, life is different than we thought it was, you understand when you interact with, I don't want to say these type of people, but let's just say normal people, the average person.
Yeah.
That their thoughts aren't their own, that the dialogue is a dialogue of the system that they've embedded within them that has come from other external sources. And you notice the pattern, you notice the dialogue, because it's the same, because it's projected from others.
Yeah, you've just triggered.
It's not their own, but you can meet people that have their own identity.
Yeah. And you click with them straight away. So
exactly,
with you saying,
because they're genuine.
So with you saying that then about it not being their own thought, it's a lot of it. It's like, but you've got to do it like this, or you've got to do that. You need to do it like this. Well, why do we need to do it? Because that's what we're told to do. By who tells us what to do? I go, unless they're paying me, I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like work, yeah, you can tell me what to do because I need my wages to live and survive and what have you, and do what I want to do when I finish work. Otherwise, I wouldn't work. But it's that you don't have to do what they tell you to do. You don't have to do what. It's not even there. It's like what society is at now. People feel that, well, that's the right way of doing stuff. No, that's their way of doing it to keep you in control. And when you try and explain that to someone and they're just not getting it, they're like, oh, you just. I remember at one job, one of the jobs, I got called a loose cannon. I'm like, I've not even started yet. Wait till I get going. And it was just, yeah, I didn't last. I left that job pretty much not long after that because it was just, it was so annoying. I can't believe it lasted as long as it did, to be honest with you.
The terminology is interesting though, isn't it? It's sort of a self-reflection of himself when he says that, because a canon is a very, it's a very uniformed thing that is in a precise area dictated by others to do a certain thing and have a certain effect, whereas a loose cannon is away from that. It's away from the order, it's away from stability, and it's away from the system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still doing the job.
It says more about him. Yeah.
But it's still doing the job that it's intended to do. So it's like, yeah, I'll still do the job, but can I not do it my way because it just works better? So, and luckily where I work now, that be kind of some of the stuff that I do at work, not everything for obvious reasons, but they just let me get on with it because I'll go in, I'll do the job, and that's it. So I'll go in, do the job, go on, done. That's it. That's all you need to do. I don't think about. I know I'm talking about work now, but I don't have to. When I work Monday to Friday, I don't have to think about it in the evening. Yeah, I'll talk to the missus or whoever about it when I've had a shit day, or I'll be on the phone to Simon or Darren or Drew, and on driving about, and just fucking idiots and what have you. But that's it. I don't come home and just relive work all weekend. It's no, I forget about work. I've done it. That's it. Whereas that's one of the main things that a lot of these norms talk about. It's like, oh, did he tell you what happened at work? And then 3 hours later, and they're still telling you what happened at work. And it's like you feel like you're one of the colleagues now. It's like, I'm often getting paid for this. Do you know what I mean? And it's them type of conversations that they're part of this. They've become part of the system, not through their choice, but just by the way that they've been told to think.
I think it's more that as we communicate, we express a little bit of our individuality.
Yeah.
And with those type of people, they lack that individuality because they've got nothing else going with their life, sorry to say. There's nothing abstract, there's nothing different, and there's nothing deep as well. You speak to a lot of people where it's very surface level, and you could say something that I would say to you that could provoke an interesting conversation, and they won't understand it because each of us has a different level of understanding and comprehension of an idea.
Yeah.
And we can picture that as a wave. And so a lot of people are, let's say, here, and then you just hit that barrier as you try and communicate that message because they haven't experienced the upper echelons of the topic, of themselves, of reality, of going beyond society, etc., etc.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Everyone just wants to express themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
Even if they aren't actually expressing themselves.
Yeah, but to them, I'm not having a go at the people, at these individuals or anything like that. It's more of the collective because how they've been told how they need to think and what they need to do and how they need to do it. It's just brainwashing, isn't it, really? So
it's half and half. It's half of it is at some point you have to take responsibility for who you are as a person and for the system that is perpetuated by your agreement of it. Like,
Yeah.
we all have to do that. Like, I go to the shop, I buy milk, I do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm putting into the system at some point, and we all do it.
Yeah.
So there's that, obviously, but then there's the part of the system. So it's half and half. There's the system that is provided and dictated to us. We have the opportunity to say no.
Yeah.
And it's half and half, isn't it?
Yeah, so I get that obviously with the shopping. There's certain things that you do have to do, otherwise you ain't going to survive. And you do need to do these things unless you know a different way of doing it and you're just not telling anyone. But I don't know anyone other than people that go living off the grid. But then that's completely different. They've got to like build their own house and live off the land and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'd probably last about a week before I'd give up and go back to society because it's too much like hard work. I'd love to give it a go though, but yeah, I get that. You've got to go to the shops, you've got to go and get fuel, you've got to go and buy new clothes and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, you are tied into some of it, but then you can be tied into it, but then still have your own thoughts. Because it's like we went shopping tonight and we're walking round and you can tell the type of people that are there. We're walking around and we're just grabbing the stuff that we need. And these ones that will just stop, and they're like robotic, they'll just stop in the middle and they're looking for it and they'll grab it and they'll put it in the trolley or the basket. Then they'll move to the next bit. I'm up and they stay on the, like in IKEA where you've got the arrows on the floor. Yeah. It's like, even though there's no arrows, and they're going up and down, it's like, I'll forget something, and I'll just go from one end of the store right the way across, straight through the middle, and go the wrong way, and everyone's looking at you like, you can't do that. Well, I can, because I forgot to pick tomatoes up. Do you know, or tin of beans or whatever. I'm not going to go to the end and then go round again. And then, but people just look at it like you're mad.
As above, so below, yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, yeah, I think a lot more people need to wake up, but I don't think that they will. I think a lot of them, it sounds bad, it's like zombies, isn't it? It's like, I was just going to say, I think a lot of them are too far gone. They've passed the point of no return.
I could believe that, but there's always a possibility of hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, obviously Brandon introduced us to each other, well, me to you. And was it me to you? You to me? Anyway, he introduced us. And so I wouldn't have known who you are or anything about you if it wasn't for Brandon. But so what I'm saying is you meet people all the time. Some you get on with straight away, some you don't. Some you click with, some you probably never speak to again. But it just seems that at the moment, other than when I'm out and about and just doing the normal routine stuff, that I'm meeting the right type of people that you're getting that connection with. It's like I went sorting the phone out in Free Store a bit ago, chatting to the guy, and he's seen the tattoos on my hand, and then he starts telling me about all these different encounters that he's had. And it just little things like that. There's a guy on the tills in one of the supermarkets, same thing, he's seen the tattoos. Next thing, he's like, subscribing to the YouTube channel. And it's just the little things like that. It's being in the right place at the right time. But each of these people, so them two people that I've just mentioned, I'm not going to say the names, but they were more, their personality stood out more than anyone else that was around.
So firstly, that's probably because you've changed as a person. Mm-hmm. And secondly, because of said change, I don't really like using this term, but it's true. You've changed your vibration. You've changed who you are as a person, and that you bring those kind of interactions towards you.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I think it's half and half. It's it's sort of like they come to you naturally, but it's also that they were always there to begin with, to be sought out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that.
It's like,
Oh,
have you ever bought a car? So when you buy a car, you'll start
Yeah.
seeing this car everywhere, or
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
buying a car. It's always
Yeah.
been there, but you've just realised and paid attention to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It stands out more because you,
Exactly.
yeah, like you said, yeah. Yeah.
And then
No,
the
I get.
idea there is have you brought that into your reality with intention, or has it always been there?
That's yeah. You
And
can.
that's a mind F.
Yes, and you're not going to know unless you can go back in time and have a look.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like you're saying, I'm drawing these people towards me. But then, am I being an arsehole by these norms that they're annoying me just for like being there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not being arsed, being annoyed at someone. Like, there are some people that just annoy you because of your individuality. Like, that's normal. Some people
Right.
prefer interacting with quiet people. Others prefer someone who is loud and outgoing. It's just personal choice. You don't have to feel bad about your what do they call it? Beginning of P, preference. Everyone's
Yeah.
got a preference in life, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that preference as long as you're polite and not rude and not an arsehole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
Then I just think, am I just being? I won't say the word, but am I being one of them because I just don't want to interact with them for whatever reason?
Maybe, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that and write it down. I'm going to quote you every time I need to use it. No, it's just because sometimes I feel like, is it just me being a dick, or is it something else that I don't know? But yeah. Anyway, it's and I've put it out there, so we'll see what happens now. Should be fun because we're going London doing the old touristy thing on Monday. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, and that's before I get off the train.
Yeah, you'll become one of them normies.
Yeah, no, it'll be all right. I think it's just if it's too busy, it'll do me head in. So I just have to find a nice quiet bit and chill out for a bit. So what I've just been talking about, do you ever get any of that yourself, or have you ever experienced any of that in your own feelings?
Pertaining to how I judge others in the environment.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
I think I've dealt with it. I've always been a little bit different, so my judgment of people has had enough time to be comfortable with it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe sometimes I have judgments and I know they're societal judgments. Like if I see someone walking that looks outlandish, a bit different, like my brain might say something like, what the hell's he wearing? Or, God, he looks the right one or whatever. But I know that's societal. That's been ingrained into me by either friends or family or whatever. But you have that thought, and that you understand that it's just a thought. It's not you.
Yeah.
And you just let it go, and you go, nah, I don't identify with that thought, and then you let it pass.
Yeah.
Because we're not our thoughts.
No. See, that confuses me as well, because like you just said, there's actually a guy walking down the street the other day, and it was one of those, oh my God, what is he wearing that for? And then I just thought, what's it matter? It's not affecting me. If that's how he dresses, that's how he dresses. He might think that when he looks at me, think, what a knobhead. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. You don't need to get involved in something like that. But so with you saying about thoughts, I just forgot what I was saying then. They're not our own. Where then do you think these thoughts are coming from? Is that because of what society has created, and that's why we're doing this textbook thinking?
I don't think all thoughts are from the same place and are of the same caliber.
Okay.
I feel like we just, it's like a filtration system, maybe like a Y. I can't think of anything I can use here, but it's like that, and then it goes down into this narrow little bit, and we call it a thought, whereas it's something completely different. Because if you've ever had an intuitive thought, it's of a different ilk than a thought than we've just discussed. Not all
Yeah.
thoughts are the same. They don't come from the same place. They don't have the same feelings. And I feel like they're individual things. They could even be living separate things.
Yeah, because when I get, sorry, I know I'll keep going on about me. Do apologise, but it's the first chance I've had in a long time. But just when I'm trying to think of stuff for the channel or the podcast or any of the groups, and I'm trying to think, and it's like, I can't do it. It's just nothing's coming to me. And then I think it was yesterday morning, driving about, I'm like, oh my God. And it was one of the most exciting moments of my life this year, just to have that thought, because it's like, bang, that's it. That is exactly it. And I visualized it and knew what I needed to do, and I've started it, and it's done. And it's like, that's it. So that one little thought has sorted out probably about 10 hours worth of production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'd love to explain that, because I write a little bit about that. So for anyone that has difficulty with that, so this is, there we go. That's a thought, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you add another one, that's another thought, and another thought, and another thought. And if you just always thinking, you have this, but it turns into a bundle of, what do they call it, like rubber bands?
Yeah.
And what happens is that when you're silent, it becomes this hole, this empty space. And this empty space can now be filled, because it's not interwoven into everything. There's space for the thought to come to you. That you're open to receive it, because you've created space by not thinking about that thing.
Yep. Totally get that.
So if you're trying to think of something, let's say for your YouTube channel, for your book, for your artwork, think of it, do something like go for a walk and don't think of it, and it will come to you all the time.
Yeah. That's what's been happening.
Because you've created space.
Yeah. And this is the irony of it. I keep forgetting to do it. I keep forgetting to stop thinking. And even that sentence alone is just messed up.
Because you have to think.
Yeah.
That's why. You have to force yourself to think to not think.
Yeah.
Which is the paradox.
And you've got to be so conscious of not doing it. That's why it just makes no sense whatsoever. But it makes sense, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it just seems to work. And like I said, I just keep forgetting to do it. And I need to get in the mindset of doing it.
And you make it habitual.
Yeah, but not a routine.
You could set a quasi-routine.
What's that?
So it's not as solid. Like, it doesn't have to be 9 o'clock on a Wednesday for half an hour. You can be loose with it.
Right, got you. So as long as you get it done within a specific time range, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like, if you make space for it, but it doesn't matter when.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like if you write something down, like a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not like you said. Yeah.
It's like making space not to think.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thank you for that. We have got a couple of questions for you. We've got about 5-10 minutes left. So first, well, from Baby with a Laser again, he goes, Lewis, thoughts on the Q stuff?
The Q stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what that is.
I was talking to him today about it, and I'd never heard of it. And even now, I can't remember what it was about. So I don't know. I can't help you on that one. Sorry.
No, never can I, I'm afraid.
Right. And then next one, Darren again. Who in the conspiracy circles do you think are shills?
I'm not really in those circles, but I would have to say a lot of the people who are extremely well known.
Yeah.
So maybe Alex Jones, perhaps. I don't know if Joe Rogan is a shill, but he's definitely controlled opposition. He's definitely controlled. There was a video that he did, a podcast, sorry, that was deleted from his channel where he said, you know, they're threatening my family, so I'm not talking about this certain stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But as I said, I'm not really into conspiracy anymore.
No. Cheers for that. And next one is from Shelley, and she's asking, thoughts on this? Do you think one should deliver messages from the deceased or don't, and just ask them sticking around because one didn't deliver the message?
I think it might depend on how you feel about the message and the person that you're giving it to. Yeah. I think it's very situational. You might know someone that might freak out at that information, and it might not be the best person to tell, whereas someone might be more comfortable and open-minded to receiving such a message from the deceased. Another person might actually need it. They might need that bit of, you know, pick me up from the dad that's just passed. So yeah, I'd say it's situational. Use your intuition and go with your heart.
Yeah, no, cheers for that. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for
right. It's right. I'm just keeping me on the time. Nicole tried resetting the internet, and it's just everything's just completely gone off. And I don't know if the computer's updating or what. She has messaged me. The internet is giving major issues. It's reloading, but it's not turning back on. So I don't know. So she does apologise for not being here for the duration. But no, it was very interesting. That it felt like some. I should have been laying on the couch. You asked me questions. Oh, but it was good though, because I've never really talked that deep about stuff, and obviously I didn't know what you was going to come back with.
Well, I'm glad I could hold space for that. That's what you mean about understanding people.
Yeah,
I could see that you had something that you needed to express,
but I didn't know. Like, as we were saying off, I write a couple of bits down for like the intro and things that I need to talk about, but I didn't write anything down for this one at all. Like I said, neither of us had any notes, and we didn't know what direction it was going to go in. So there's no way I could have known I was going to talk about any of that. That's slagging mankind off, basically.
But that's the whole idea of what we discussed earlier about the holding space for things to come in. Because we didn't plan for it, it was allowed to come in through the emergence of infinite possibilities.
Yes. Yeah. No, see, I need to remember all this, and I do need to write all this down because I will forget. But the one thing that I will remember from this is I need to stop thinking and just like you just said now, let the thoughts come to me rather than me trying to find them.
Not all the time. So
no.
There are different times. Like there are some thoughts that you need to take and you need to use hard work.
Yeah. So there'll be stuff like, right, I need to get this sorted. So I'll make a mental note. I've got post-it notes that I wrote down for stuff that I know I need to do. So when I sit here, pretty much sit here 3-4 times a week. So we'll see them and it's like, right. And then eventually something will come from that, and then I can get rid of that note. And then I'll move to the net and just keep doing that. Just keep going. But I'm not consciously constantly thinking about what it is that I need to do, other than the stuff that you do need to do. So yeah, so no, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Right, thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you Shelley and Darren for your questions. Obviously this was going out to members chat only. Anyone can watch it. It's going out public, but only members can speak in the chat, and that's pretty much what's going to be on most of the Friday ones. So when we do not Pizzagate, but the Pizza Panel Paranormal Podcast, the first couple are going to go out to everyone, and then once it become a regular thing, then it's going to be members chat only. So yeah, so that's it. So have you got anything you want to add, Lewis, before we shut it down?
No, nothing to add. Just thank you for having me. It's been an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
Hope to have one again sometime.
Oh, definitely, 100%. So thank you, all members. This will be going out on podcast, on Apple, Spotify, and all the others. Also on Audible. And I will be back on Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you who the guest is until Tuesday, and then we'll go from there. So Wednesday is back to normal. So I just need to quickly check something. So yeah, we're back on Wednesday. Wednesday the 3rd, and then on see, I've wrote stuff down on the calendar again and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So we're back on Wednesday.
Shelley, thank you.
So yeah, so thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for helping support the channel, because that's pretty much what every single person in the chat does. Really do appreciate it. And next Wednesday we'll be doing the 10 membership giveaway for September. So on that note, I'm going to go. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and catch you all very, very soon. So take care and see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.